Hey Williams, this is Coach Batista, and this is a video that to help you in math fair. So, I saw your video and I didn't understand perfectly what your project was or what you're trying to say. But my suggestion is that you explain how satellites calculate distance. Okay, so that could even be the title of your poster, like how do satellites calculate the distance? So let's pretend here that this is a map, and you have some country here, some city. The city A is here, and the city B is here. Okay, it doesn't matter. It could be anywhere, and we want to know the distance from the point A to point B. Okay, well, what happens is way up here, there is some sort of satellite, okay? And what the satellite is going to do is going to make a triangle, and it's going to shine a ray here and shine the ray here, okay? So you can explain this on your poster. You can draw this. But instead of having something like this, actually print a picture of a map in two cities, okay? And put the satellite straight on top of the first city. And what's going to happen is the satellite is going to make a triangle, okay? And this is the triangle. The satellite cannot find the distance between A and B, but the satellite will calculate this, and this is your project, okay? So when the satellite measure this, I don't know, you'll say this is let's say this is 400, okay? You say this is 400 kilometers from the point A to the satellite, and from the satellite to the point B is 500, okay? So the satellite's gonna do the math and say, okay, well, this is X, and we want to find X. So the math that this involves is the Pythagorean theorem, okay? So you should definitely write this on your poster. Okay, Pythagorean theorem, okay? Which means a square plus b square equals c square, okay? That's the Pythagorean theorem. So you can do this math here, okay? So for you, the A is this part here, the 400. The B is this other part, is the two legs, because right here, this is 90 degrees, okay? I know my picture is not very good because this line needs to be perfectly straight. Actually, should have been like right here. But anyways, this needs to be 90 degrees. This line has to be perfectly straight going up. This is the A, this is the B, and this long diagonal is the C, okay? So in this case, the A is the 400, so I'm going to write 400 square, okay? The B, I'm just going to let it be the letter B square, equals C square is the 500. So you can have even like an example like this in your post, okay? Now you got to do this math. You got to solve this. So 400 square is 400 times 400, which is that much, plus b square equals 500 times 500 is that much. Okay? Then you subtract this from both sides. Okay. Okay. And these guys cancel, and we get b square. B square equals so okay, let's cancel the 0, 0, 0, 0. So we get 25. Well, the zeros actually are not canceling. It's just 0, 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. Now 25 minus 16 is 9. Okay. So right here we have to take the square root of both sides. So you take the square root of this, the square root of this. Sorry. And we get b, this square root and this square cancel, and the square root of 90,000 is 300. If you put that in your calculator. Okay, so this last part here, actually, this whole thing, you will need a calculator because your numbers are not going to be exactly 400 and 500 like on my example. But anyways, you do the same math using the calculator. But anyways, I found that b is 300. So the distance, so that means the distance from A to B is, 300 miles or kilometers or whatever you want. Okay? So this is how the satellites work, and I think you could do this explanation and just use a few examples. Maybe you can make 3 examples, like from Brasilia to New York, and Brasilia to Tokyo, and Brasilia to, I don't know, your country, and you tell people to choose one, and you explain it to them how this math works and how the satellite calculates the distance using the Pythagorean theorem, which is this thing here with the right triangles. Okay, I hope this helps, and I think you can easily add this to your poster and make a new poster with this triangle math. Okay, all right, man. Feel free to copy this if you want.